just read it. We're a program where we talk about books that we've read, usually new releases, and we recommend whether or not you should read them and why. We have that opinion. My name is, we're here at Laurelhurst Village and Retirement Center in Portland, Oregon. My name is S.L.Stoner, and with me is my co-host, Caroline Miller. She's an author of Gothic novels, and she has a wonderful blog, and I recommend both highly. And as our guest, we have Pam Pennington, and she is a writer and poet, and her new book, which is soon to be released, is called A Path to Love, and we highly recommend it. She's a great writer. And so I guess, Pam, the book that we're going to be talking about is called A Traveling Tea Shop, and it's by Belinda Jones. So do you maybe want to start and tell us what your thoughts are on that book?
I thought it was, pardon the pun, sweet.
And why are you saying sweet?
Because I've never seen so many desserts in a book in my life. It was just full of desserts, and I'm sure that they are delightful. She mentioned some very real places and very real desserts. But it was about this wonderful traveling group from England, which, right there I thought was kind of interesting. And they were originally planning to go on this double-decker bus all over New England. What a delight! Mm-hmm. I was so delighted with the concept. I thought at times it got a little bit sweet. And, it was cute, and I thought the concept was cute. It was a nice idea. At times, it felt a little contrived, but I liked the book, essentially. I thought it was very nice.
Yeah. What did you think, Caroline?
Well, it is a story of a very famous British chef mm-hmm. who has decided to come to the United States in order to share with the British some famous American recipe. So they go to famous historical places on this double-decker bus and talk to the local chefs who are doing these classical recipes. And then they stay at wonderful hotels and have their little adventures. And yes, the concept is so much fun. You think, oh, I would just love to do that. The characters are well written and well defined. Sweet is the word. This is definitely a beach read. You will not have to bring your brains to the party. The problem for me is that the central character was the woman who was organizing this. What was her name again?
Pamela.
No, Laura.
Oh, Laura, that's right.
Right. Pamela is the British chef.
The British chef.
Laura, in the middle of this book, spoils it by falling in love with some young man. And how old would you say this woman was supposed to be in the book? Certainly in her 30s.
I thought she was in her early 30s.
Yeah, so she descends into this dribbling, drooling, bobby soxer. I thought, here was this altogether woman who was arranging this tour and running her own promotion business, and suddenly she dissolves into, oh, look, there's Elvis. I could not believe it. It spoiled the book for me. I guess how I'm going to vote is pretty clear. The concept was wonderful. If you don't want to think, if you want to think about food and lovely settings and gorgeous hotels, there was a little conflict in the novel that got resolved with his daughter. It had a happy ending, as it must, mm-hmm. But it failed. When the central character became nothing but what? Frothy, wrapped frosting, I had to leave. It was too much.
I'd have to agree. I have to agree on that part.
Yeah, well, I guess a measure of the weight of this book is that I don't have much to say about it. Certainly, I don't have anything really to add. It is a great beach read. I think it's be a pleasant book to spend time with. The other part of it was, is as this British chef was traveling around, not only was she sort of learning the signature dishes of the places they were visiting, but she was sharing the
Yes.
comparables from England, and that whole thing I found very interesting. And yeah, it had a nice sweet ending. Everything was wrapped up and it was really nice, but it is a light read. But sometimes, you know, life is hard,
you want
stresses
a
are
light
hard,
read.
and light reads have their place.
And I have no objection to things ending well. A little more of it in real life would be fine. But it's just when you lose your central character.
Yeah, I just, at that one point where she falls in love, like that,
The book turned.
it just became less of a, wow, this is fascinating, and
Yes.
descriptions of these amazing places.
Yes.
And they were beautiful descriptions. I could see the wood carvings, and I could see
Yes.
these elegant restaurants and the places they
You were
going.
there, you were
I was
eating.
right there, and I
Yep.
was tasting the food, and I
Yes.
thought, this is so wonderful,
Fun, a
elegant.
fun book.
Wow.
And then it got
she went,
syrupy.
oh, yeah, sweet.
Syrupy. Beyond sweet. It was
Syrupy.
horrible.
It was, I just thought it was, didn't seem appropriate for this, all, like you said, this all-together 30-ish woman who's really got it together.
Together, yes.
She's not falling, she's not letting anybody take control of her life.
She's solving all Pamela's problems, but her own life
just went,
just because the guy combs his hair in a pompadour or whatever.
whatever it was, she falls head over heels for him. It was just like, really?
Yeah,
Just,
I don't know who advised this author, but her editor should have said, cut that character out.
cut that out.
Because she had the concept of,
Or had something more mature. it
or
sounds like.
something more, her
Yeah.
reaction more mature, but the concept was fun.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
a
really
beach read, and
was.
as you say, Susan, we all need a beach read.
Yeah.
So,
Some
but-
days are like that.
Yeah, and it was fun. It was a fun read. That was
Yeah.
the one thing. It was fun. I
Yeah.
enjoyed reading it.
Okay.
until.
Well,
Okay, well, we're ready to vote,
let's
but I bet
vote.
our audience
As our
doesn't.
guest, red means read it, and blue means give it a pass.
Well, Pamela, I'm going to join you on that. I want to love it. I wanted to love it, but
I
I just
wanted
couldn't.
to.
Couldn't swallow it.
I'm going to say read it if your life is stressful and you need a break. And thank you very much.